So Kevin, a slender 1-0 win for the side today here in Stirling. What was your take on the match?
I think the first thing is win's a win. Those are not always easy to come by in this league, especially when you're playing against teams that in the league tables don't lie. Stirling are having a fight for every point in an attempt to stay up. So the Stirling side that we played today was full of effort, full of demand. They were an exceptionally hard side to play against today. So credit's where credit's due to the opposition that we play against. Without wishing to seem condescending, they really pushed us to the limits today. What's pleasing from our side is our defensive play again was fairly solid. Early on, we possibly didn't have our foot on the ball in the middle of the park as much as we have done previously, so that is something that we're going to have to work on. And Stirling were very bright from the kick-off, and we possibly didn't react as well as we have done to opposition teams when they've done that to us before. But as I've said, very happy with our defensive performance. Bobby's not really had too much to do in terms of clean-cut shots, so it's another clean sheet for us, and we can certainly take those positives forward into the Gartcairn game on the next Sunday.
Talking about defensive performance, as a defender that scored a goal today, how important is that for us to have players from defenders, midfielders chipping in with goals?
Yeah, I think when we look at the squad list, I think every player in the squad has a little trick in them or a little moment in them that can cause them to score goals. In the friendly last week, Aaron's popping up with a great finish, and you've had great finishes from full back. Megan Burns obviously chipping in with a goal today, and the other defenders have chipped in at important times as well. So yeah, we have goals throughout the squad. We certainly have goals in our 4 striking choices at the moment, so we're in a good place in that regard.
And before the match was announced, you've added Maddie and Lila to the squad. What can you tell us about the two of them?
Yeah, so Maddie and Lila, 2 kids that have been with Hibs in the performance pathway. Earlier this year we had a conversation with Grant and Stuart, the academy manager at Hibs, about whether we would be interested in bringing them in. Now obviously the transition from even 18's performance into SWPL2 takes a little bit of time. You need to assimilate these players properly to get them up to speed. And they've certainly done that, and that's the reason that we've signed them up until the end of the season, certainly in the first instance. Lila sort of staked her claim quite briskly against Hamilton last week when she came on as a substitute and promptly scored a pretty clean finish. And Maddie can absolutely contribute as well. So we're in a position where we had access to 2 talented youngsters. We have other talented youngsters coming through the pathway at Genefield as well, so we certainly don't want to always be recruiting external. We want to be promoting the very best out of the Genefield pathway into the first team as well. But as we start to get closer towards the end of the season, we are starting to think about that transition period into next year, because we will need to continue to evolve this squad to ensure that we can put the very best on the field for St Johnstone week in, week out.